Today I'm reviewing the Feierdun adjustable dumbbells. These go from 5 to 52.5 pounds and they sell for less than 350 bucks. So if you're looking for a set of adjustable dumbbells and don't want to spend a ton of money, make sure you stick around. So let's talk about the adjustment mechanism. So this uses a dual dial system. There's a dial here on this side, dial on the opposite side, very similar to the Bowflex 552s. And in order for me to turn that dial, the handle has to be on the base, and that's the safety mechanism. So once the handle is on the base, I can turn the dial. So I'm going to select here 15 pounds, other side 15 pounds. It takes me about a second to go from one side to the other, so it's not going to take up a long time. Now once I select that number, I can pull the handle off the base, and then everything I didn't select is going to stay on here. Now once I have the handle off the base, this cannot turn. The dial is locked, and that's for safety reasons. I don't want to be out here working out and then by mistake turn the handle and have weight plates falling on me. So in order to adjust the weights, handle has to be on the base. But as far as the adjustment goes, this is very smooth. I like it, very easy to follow. Other side, so if I select 25 pounds, there's 25 pounds, everything else stays back there. So as far as the adjustment mechanism goes, very smooth. Now as far as build quality goes, these are mostly made out of metal, and then they have some plastic components to them as well. So because they have plastic components, you don't want to drop these dumbbells, okay? So if you're somebody who drops dumbbells, you might as well go with a fixed set of dumbbells. Now the weight plates themselves, they're made out of steel, but they do have a hard plastic cover to them. And I do have my handy dandy stud finder here, so you can see the magnet sticks to the weight plates. Now I like that they have that outer cover just because I work out in a garage gym where it gets very humid, so this is going to protect the weight plates from getting rusty. And at the same time, it protects them just from anything because of that outer cover. Now the handle itself, it's 4.5 inches long. It's an ergonomic handle, which means it's not completely straight. It's a little bit wider in the center, and then it tapers down. And that's just made to fit your hand better. And it does have a rubber grip to it, so it's not slippery. Now, as far as the base is hard plastic. This is only 52.5 pound max, so it's not going to require to be a very thick plastic for the base. So it's enough for you to be able to lift it up, move it around if you need to. So overall, I feel the quality for the price, which is less than 350 bucks, I think the quality is very good. Now, something to be aware of is that the length of the dumbbell here is going to stay constant whether I select 5 pounds or 52.5 pounds. Now, here's what I mean. So this is 5 pounds right here, and it's 16.5 inches long. So whether I'm picking up 5 or 52, it's going to stay the same, which is different than a traditional dumbbell that can start small, and as I go heavier, it starts getting longer and longer. Now, that's not a huge deal, but the reason I bring it up is because you may have to modify the way you do some exercises. For example, when I'm using this dumbbell for something like a shoulder press and I get to the top of the exercise, sometimes I'm touching both dumbbells, which can disrupt the way I do the exercise. So what I have to do is I have to modify the way I lift. I have to turn my hands in a little bit so that the angle here changes and I'm not touching at the top. Not a huge deal, just something to be aware of. This is not going to be something that's going to affect every exercise. For me, it mainly affects exercises like a shoulder press or the bench press. So now I'll give you my pros and cons. I only have one con, and that is the length of the dumbbell. It remains a constant whether I'm picking up 5 or 52.5 pounds. And it's not a deal breaker, but it's something that forces me to change the way that I do some lifts. For example, the bench press or the shoulder press, I have to angle my arms a little bit different in order to avoid the dumbbells from touching each other at the top of the exercise. But other than that, I believe the pros definitely outweigh more than that one con that I have. So for the pros, I like the price. For less than 350 bucks, I'm replacing 15 pairs of dumbbells in a tiny amount of space. I like that the build quality is good for the price, mostly metal, but it does have some plastic components to it. I like the dial system. The dial system is very smooth. I turn it without a problem. I just have to do the other side as well. And I also like that this comes with a 3-year warranty. So if anything happens to the dumbbells, I'm covered for 3 years. So there you have it. That's my review on the Feierdun adjustable dumbbells. If you want to learn more about them, I'll leave a link below this video. That link is shreddeddad.com/Feierdun dumbbells. I hope you liked the information in this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments and questions down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest uploads. For more home gym equipment reviews and discounts, make sure you visit my website at shreddeddad.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.